Good morning. I am here to show you how to make the best homemade biscuits that you've ever had. And if you follow this recipe exactly as it is, you should have no problem. First thing we need is 4 cups of all-purpose flour, and put it in a bowl. We've got a sifter. So, we need 4 level cups of flour. The women I grew up with never used any measurements, and I've tried it that way before and never could get any good results. Ah, shit. Okay. The surface is clean, so don't worry. I'm going to be using this surface to do rolling anyways. 2 cups. 3 cups. So this is 4 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use self-rising. If you do, you don't add the salt and baking powder. I just push all this through the sifter with a spatula. Make sure there's no, get all the lumps out of it. But yeah, you definitely want your flour to be light. Now, we add 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar. We add 2 tablespoons of baking powder. This baking powder I'm using here is Rumford. Do not use Clabber Girl. Clabber Girl has aluminum in it. Try to find one that says aluminum free. Like this says aluminum free. You don't want to be consuming aluminum because it's a neurotoxin. It's bad for you. It causes Alzheimer's and where you get it. Okay, so anyways, mix that together with a whisk real good. So you get all those dry ingredients mixed in well. Okay. And the next thing we use is a half a pound of butter, which is usually 2 sticks. It is 16 tablespoons. Well, what we do is we cut it into cubes. Cut it into really small cubes. Some people use Crisco. I don't use Crisco because Crisco is trans fat. Some people use lard, but butter tastes better. Makes the biscuits come out much better. You can use lard if you want, but butter makes better biscuits, in my opinion. So we cut it in little cubes. So we throw the cubes Throw the cubes in our flour. Separate them in there. And you don't want to just throw in whole sticks of butter, because that will make it harder to work with. It's much easier to cut these into cubes. And you also want one of these to cut the butter into the flour. Now you can't really see what I'm doing here, but I'll just throw the butter in and set this to the side. Okay. Use the pastry cutter to cut the butter in. This is going to take a little while. It might take about 5 minutes. I'm running on 8 minutes right now. 8.5 minutes. This is taking longer than I expected. But trust me, if you do this right, you'll have some of the best biscuits ever. Probably better than your own grandma's. I know. So you want to keep on cutting this butter into the flour until there are no more lumps of hard butter. There's still lumps of butter. It's going to take a while. Some people use their hands. I've tried doing it, but it just doesn't come out as good, and it takes much longer. Okay, now I think I've got the butter cut into the flour well enough, and you want your flour to be a consistency. It's like this. You can ball it in your hand like that, and it'll stay like that, and then it'll just crumble back. So you want your flour like that, and you want to kind of make a well in the center of your flour, because that's where you're going to pour your buttermilk. Some people use regular milk. Buttermilk always makes it taste best. And you want to, at this time, you want to preheat your oven on bake 425. Yeah, that's what it is. 425. So preheat your oven 425. And then you can get buttermilk. So I use about 2 cups of buttermilk for this recipe, and it makes the biscuits moist. I would say use anywhere from 14 ounces of buttermilk to 16 ounces of buttermilk. I wouldn't use any more. I wouldn't use any less. I'll probably use about 15 ounces. Okay. So here's 1 cup. Because I like my biscuits moist. I don't like them dry. Okay. Okay, so you're going to have some very sticky dough, and it's going to be messy. So I'm using almost 2 cups here. About 15 ounces of buttermilk is what I'm using. You kind of scoop the flour from the sides and over the milk in the center, and be very gentle with it. You're going to have to knead it just a little bit, but not much. You just want to get it mixed up evenly is all you want to do. You don't want to sit there and roll the dough and just constantly handle the dough. You don't want to do that, but you just want to get it mixed. You don't want to get my fingers off. Okay. Now this is sticky. You want it to form together to a ball. Almost there. I think I almost got it. Constantly having to clean my fingers. Okay. So scrape all the dough off your fingers. Try to get it in there with it. And wash your hands. Now, put a little flour on the surface. Sprinkle some flour all over your work area. You're going to need it. There's the dough. And, put the dough on the counter. Scrape pieces of dough that are stuck to your bowl. This usually makes around 20 biscuits. I roll them by hand. I do not use a cookie cutter, and I do not use a rolling pin because that can really toughen the biscuits, and make them hard. Okay, now we got the ball covered in flour. So there's our dough. There's our biscuit dough. Okay, now what you want to do is get your big baking sheet, spray it down lightly with some cooking oil spray, or you can use butter, or you can use lightly oil the pan, and pinch off a little bit. This is how I do it. Pinch off a little bit, roll it in the flour some, and there, like that. Just gently roll it. Roll it in your hands. Do that. Biscuits are much better rolled by hand, in my opinion, instead of using a cookie cutter. They look more like real biscuits. Taste more like real biscuits. I don't put my biscuits together. I don't have them touching on my pan because I don't want the sides to be too white. I like them to be cooked all the way around. Some people like that, but not me. Okay. So the oven's heating for 425, and once you get them all rolled out and put on your baking sheet, you're going to leave them in there for about 20 minutes. Keep an eye on them, but 20 minutes is usually good enough time. Here's my pan of biscuits, and I will put them in the oven for 20 minutes, about just above midway, just above the middle of the oven, not completely the center, but just one above is where I put my biscuits at. And this is optional, but I cut off 3 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to microwave that for about 20 seconds. And little dish here, I got a pastry brush, so I can brush the biscuits with butter whenever they come out. Actually, I have to do that for 30 seconds. Butter's not fully melted, but it will melt by the time the biscuits come out, and you'll have it ready to brush on your biscuits. Okay, so here are my biscuits. I actually pulled these out at 18 minutes because they were done and they didn't need to be in any longer. So you take the melted butter, your pastry brush, and you just brush the tops of the biscuits like this. Okay, now I'm going to try one of these, make sure they turned out good. This is the best biscuit in the world.